Episode 93 of the Super Parent Syndrome, and I am your host, Dr. Nick Fanning, and I wanted to invite you to this newest podcast, and today we're going to talk about fighting for relevancy. Sit back, relax, let's get some notes out, and let's get started.
Parenting in the 21st century is ever evolving, and while you balance work, kids, and your sanity, it's easy to feel discouraged. Welcome to the Super Parent Syndrome with your host, Dr. Nick Fanning.
All right, folks, so here's the thing. In my private coaching group, I laid out a call to action. And so this call of action was simply this. You have to fight for relevancy. Now, we were having a very much a business conversation, okay? But I wanted to let you know that this concept is great for all across your body. So your fitness, the way you fuel yourself, the way your spirituality is, your relationships with your family especially, and then, of course, business. Everything is about fighting for relevancy because guess what? We are busy. Even if you have a 4-year-old and you are their life, they are still busy. And you know this because you can say, hey, 4-year-old, I want you to go do this. And 9 times out of 10, they will forget what you said. You might say, put your shoes on for school. We have to leave in 5 minutes. Anybody knows as a kid knows that those shoes will not be going on until you have to threaten snack or death or some sort of early bedtime of some same shape or form because they do not have the attention span because they are busy. They have their own lives. They have their own bubble. Well, take that out. Take that out to adulthood. Take that out to your kids being teenagers. I'm sorry, but there is a constant message. There is a constant noise out there. Just static noise. Even this podcast is being drowned out by what's on the radio, what people are listening to around you, the TV commercials you will see over the course of the day, the people that you talk to, how busy you are getting kids to soccer or to cooking dinner or getting to work or studying or trying to make sure that you invest into your spouse for 5 minutes so that they don't constantly, want to leave you or whatever your fears may be, because those fears even themselves are overwhelming. And they dampen the message. You have to fight for relevancy. I have to fight for relevancy in your life. And I've been inconsistently showing up. I've been doing podcasts. I'll do great for like 3 or 4 months, and then I have to take a break. Then I'll go again hardcore for 3 or 4 months, and then I have to take a break. Instead of what it should be every single day, day in, day out, giving you a message, lifting you up, helping you to see the light, because sometimes all we see is the darkness around us. Sometimes we only see how hard it is instead of seeing what the opportunity might be. So you need to fight for relevancy. You need to fight for your own self-care in terms of exercise and eating well and meditating and praying. You have to fight for that. The churches are fighting for relevancy in your life, where they constantly try to email you or have you go to church or have you go to small group or whatever it might be, because God himself is trying to fight for relevancy in your life. And for some of you out there, that might have triggered you. But yes, there's a constant message against it. Same thing with your family. Same thing with your kids and your spouse. Oh, yes, my friends, you have to fight for relevancy when it comes to them. You need to be constantly going on your date nights. Otherwise, you are going to take a romantic relationship into a platonic roommate situation. I have lived it. I have suffered through it, and I have almost destroyed a second relationship that way. You have to fight every single day for that. Sending love notes, buying gifts, sending text messages, flirty text messages, sexting. I don't care. You need to fight for it every single day because you are fighting for relevancy in that person's lives, because we are so busy. Because mom has 100 damn things that she has to handle. And guys, if you're not seducing your wife over the course of a week and you're just expecting attention, whether it might be a sex or a dating or whatever it might be, then shame on you. She's worth the work. In fact, those with older kids already know that they're almost drowned out already because of the kids' activities, sports, drama club, law school, friends, texting, Snapchats, whatever it might be. As a parent, you have to fight for relevancy in their lives by putting notes in there, sending them texts, figuring out how they communicate best, opening yourself up, not being over demanding, not being over commanding. You're fighting for relevancy, and especially in business, we see this in marketing. Hey, Coke, Pepsi, they're spending millions upon millions of dollars for you to pick one single can of pop over the other. Bud Light, one can of beer over the other. TV commercials, celebrities, politicians, everybody has a message they're trying to sell you on. You are being sold constantly, and you need to sell yourself constantly to those things that matter in your life, your spirituality, your body, your relationships, and then your business. What are you doing to take that up? Stop wasting time on social media. Stop wasting time even on this podcast if that suits you better, because I want you fully invested in you, fully invested in your spouse, fully invested in your kids. Put the phones down, put the TV, turn it off, and really start to live. Now, there are ways to do it with it at the same time. Great. If you figured that out, if you've hacked it. But otherwise, there's a better way. And I hope you join me for it. Thanks.
Thanks for listening to another episode of The Super Parent Syndrome. Please be sure to visit peptalksforparents.com for more content and our free newsletter. And remember, you are not alone.